For this first exercise in Chapter 8, we're going to play a guessing game. The question is, what was the name of the computer that played on Jeopardy? The correct answer is Watson, and we're going to give the user 3 tries to get the answer right. So we'll start out by storing the answer to the question in a string variable answer, and that's Watson. Then we'll create a variable response that will store the response when the user types it in. Right now it's set to empty string. Then we'll prompt the user and we'll drop to the next line. Name the computer that played Jeopardy. Then we get the response from the user using a console read line, like so. Then we write if response equals answer, and we'll tell that's right, and that's the end. However, if they're wrong, then we'll write console write line, sorry, guess again, prompt the user here, and that actually should be a console write, not a console write line, so let's fix that since it is a prompt. And then we'll write response equals console read line. And then we need another nested if right here to check their response. So we'll write if response equals answer, console write line, that's right. Else, again, if they got it wrong the second time, then we'll write console write, sorry, wrong again, one more guess, response equals console read line. Then our last nested if response equals answer, console write line, that's right, else console write line, wrong again, the answer is Watson. Now what we're left here to do is close out all of these else blocks. So there's one, tab over, and there's the other one. Notice that the editor will fix it up for us to put it in the correct spot. We didn't create a block in this last else, so we don't need anything there. Everything else looks lined up, and this is why we use indentation, is to make sure that we have everything properly closed. By indenting, we can see where a closing brace needs to go. So we need one here, and we need one up here. Now let's test the program and see if it works. We have a write line here. We'll fix that in a moment. Name the computer that played Jeopardy. Let's get it right the first time to see. Okay, so that works. Let's run it again. Let's just type some response. Ed, that's wrong. So we'll try Watson on the second guess, and we got it right. Now before we go on, let's fix this prompt right here. Change that to a write. Now let's try it again. Here we go, I like that better. This time we'll say Deep Blue. Sorry, guess again. Let's say ENIAC. Sorry, wrong again. One more guess. Let's get it completely wrong. Let's just say Joe. Okay. Our last possibility is to get it right on the third try. So we'll go Deep Blue. Sorry, guess again. Then we'll try ENIAC. And then we'll say Watson. And that's right. So on the third try, we got it correct. So there's an example of using nested if-else statements. Not if-else-ifs, but nested if-elses. And it's the correct way to do it because we have to base second and third responses on whether or not we got it right the first time. And you'll see a lot of programs that are written as essentially one if with a lot of choices underneath it, or several choices underneath it, based on whether that first relational expression was true or false. Now we're ready to move on to the second exercise of the chapter, where we're going to use if-else-ifs to create a very simple calculator.